Okay, we're back at it again with Aatrox. Haven't played him in quite a long time because I was dedicating to the memes for CL and Skarner and Janna, which died and never got uploaded because it couldn't be made. But here we are with Aatrox once again, one of my true try-hard picks. So even after the rework and people got more used to him, I still hear that he's considered very, very, very trash, which insults me because I think he's really good. Personally, maybe there are better junglers. I don't know who can have this level of objective control, really. Anyway, speaking of objective control, I slowly remember how to Aatrox. So we get level 2. Now this isn't a very gracious Aatrox first clear, because as I said, I'm kind of remembering how to Aatrox because I haven't done it in a while. Like, I could have easily went Hellbent here. It looks like I'm staying at 4 for some kind of reason. There is no reason. I'm just an idiot. Like the idea I was doing here, which is where I would save 4 Hellbent and then go to the dragon. I don't even do it because I go after the crab. No, wait, no, not after the crab. I go toward a bush. Basically, this is stupid. Just go Hellbent. You can restack on the crab if you need to, and otherwise, like, you could go Hellbent against the wolves and restack Hellbent for Gromp. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, as I said in previous guides, save your first smite. Do not use it on the blue buff, the wolves, the Gromp. Save it to use it on the dragon so you can clear it faster, and your second smite will be back up in time for it. You'll get more health back so you can clear it even faster by using W. Now he doesn't see it. Dr. Heatsink's gone on support this game, I think, because of autofill. And he was going to come up and help. There's really no need because he's going to feel really stupid for missing that. Unfortunately, in my haste to BM, I kind of didn't help out here until too late, so I just kind of flash kill steal. Just starting to get a bit too ambitious for a level 3 AD carry. And there's some stuff there. Now I have buffs to secure, so there's no recalling yet. I've managed to get Infernal Drake, and at this point you should check the timer and keep an eye on the timer so you can be there for the next dragon. I'm a little bit sloppy this game. My mechanics aren't as good as they should be. Because, you know, I'm dedicated to the meme right now. Try hard? I don't know how to try hard anymore. But even so, even with me not playing to my full potential, I'm still going to do really damn well this game with Aatrox. Because he's like my spirit animal, I guess. Also, I do love Fresh and I do love AD Casting. The champion I probably love most in their, I guess, natural, intended form is Aatrox. I mean, his very existence is a bit off meta, same with Ergot, since apparently people think he's still trash. I do a bit of counter jungling on Yi, because I can. Now, Yi can duel me. When we get our ults, Yi is able to duel me if I don't have my ult. Basically, if he has some kind of advantage, then he can do something there. Get lanterned in, I think it is a bit overly ambitious. Caitlyn flashes a hook that wasn't ever going to hit her. He flashes away, and yeah. Yeah, you saw that. It didn't work out very well. In any case, Syndra goes for some greedy kills, gets hooked in, and now my idea is that if we CC her long enough, we'll kill her before she can do anything. So I tried to CC chain there, but she used barrier and was able to tank it enough in order to kill me. We still get her though, and that's completely fine. That's pretty funny. You can see when you stand still to type, and you had that little salt on the talon for that half second. I mean, I have nothing wrong with the Fresh getting kills. Now runs away, uses that. What do you expect? Oh, there's no need to go back on that. Let's just skip through this. Now, with Aatrox, you want to clear a lot, because your clearing speeds are great, you can sustain forever. There's so much farming that Aatrox can do. I imagine it's similar for Zinzal. Don't know if his clears are as fast though. Anyway, at this point, I didn't time the dragon. Normally, I'd be at the dragon for when it happens. My team is pinging that the enemy is at dragon, so I think, oh crap. If the dragon's up, the Rift Herald must also be up. So I just decide, I'll take that. Our team, who are doing more interesting things than soloing a banner, Rift Herald, are looking to fight over it. Alistair tries to hold them off. Master Yi tries to scrape some kills, but really should have just either dedicated to the dragon or ran away. Back to me. Now I'm just in full hellbent. There's pretty much no need to use W unless I'm below 40% or something. A good thing to do, I did it earlier but the eye isn't opening anymore, is when the eye opens, when it starts an auto attack animation, Q on the other side, and then that's an easy way to hit the thing. Otherwise just walk around it. You can literally just walk straight through the dude and then hit that. I think he's in there, and I did get him but I missed a little bit. And I didn't want him to be ulting, not ulting, sorry, transforming, so I just decided to kill him with the ult right there. Since I have Rift Herald, might as well use that, and we can take an early tower with red buff and Rift Herald dealing a lot of damage to the towers. Goes down pretty quickly, and that is first blood to it to us, which is a pretty good advantage. And then this is where I mentioned, I don't have ult cleaves on Gnar, I don't have Hellbent. Yeah, it doesn't matter if Shen ulted earlier. Okay, maybe it would if he was able to actually teleport and taunt him, but really, maybe queuing away was a better option, or just reacting faster, because I didn't really react particularly fast. But in a full-out stat war, he would have won that. Whether I had it on sustain, whether I had it on damage, it really didn't matter at that point. But we're down, but we're not out. 2-2-1 is okay. As I said, I'm not playing my best, but we're still going to contribute a hell of a ton. More farm, we're a gold-reliant champion, so we want way more farm than what we got. I decide let's get a crab, but then I see, oh, dragon's still here. I guess I'll just take it. Well, of course, after... Yeah, Syndra doesn't actually come here. I've killed the crab, and I think, huh. Like anyone's warded this, right? I drag it out a bit just in case. And I have proven with that. My plan would have been, if anyone did come to try to kill it, like you here, I would have probably just turned around and ulted them. My ult is up, I believe. Yeah, in fact, I do. No need to ult, because the team's all here. Aatrox passive works as a kind of insurance, as a kind of get out of jail free card to just go ham, because in a team fight, it has the same function of GA. Focus will be taken away from you whilst your team does stuff whilst you're reviving. So you can just say, oh wow, even if I die from this, I won't actually die from this. Caitlyn decides to auto attack me. That's not respecting the Aatrox Q. The Aatrox Q is like the best ability in the game. So I get a little sustain, a little farm off Grump, because I can sense a lot of things going to go on here. We think that there's going to be a full siege bot, but Syndra returns to mid, and therefore I'm not wasting my time. I've got a farm to farm. Hahaha. You didn't need to see that. That was just... Okay, actually, you know what? That was... I remember that moment. It's pretty funny, actually. Right, Syndra's running away, and then... Oh ho! No, you're not. She just turns around to see a smiling Aatrox. Anyway. As I said, more farming, speed farming. We have 2 dragons, and we've got Rift Herald under our belt. We've got 2 towers to their 1, and we are just about 3k gold above the enemy. Now that is because, well, yeah, we're winning every lane. But hey, objective control on top of that, that's pretty good. Normally it's just one or the other in most balanced games. Honestly, if our lanes were losing, I don't think this game would be too much harder. I have pretty decent confidence I could kill Caitlyn even if she's fed. Yes, it'd be more difficult, but oh well. Aatrox has his ways. I thought about dueling Syndra, and then there we go. I committed to the Hellbent and got it just in time. Now she's going to come over. Look what I'm doing. Why am I attacking the minions? Why am I not chasing her? To heal. Because I can build up a health advantage very quickly. And then a quick smite into E, so she has less of a chance to dodge the E. Although she seemed to try to stun me. That got the kill on her. The key thing I see when people talk about Aatrox is that they think he's too squishy, or they die in teamfights too quickly, or they just can't do anything. Or they do no damage, because they heal too much. The key is to, when you're in sustain mode, let me explain that briefly. If you can literally choose whether you want to be tanking or if you want to be damaging with your W. Sounds really simple, but a lot of people tend to forget this. when you're like diving the enemy carry and you want to get a lot of damage really quickly because you've got like this window frame where the enemy peel is down or something like that, or they're out of position, then you want it on damage mode to kill them really fast. If you're starting to get a bit of attention, more people are hitting you, you've been peeled, then you want to go into sustain mode, where you just have it healing. And then people complain that they can't reach their target because they're trying to hit the enemy AD carry while in sustain mode. The goal of sustain mode isn't to kill anything. It's like when you're an AD carry, you want to attack whatever's closest as much as possible and surviving. So literally, if there was 3 enemies and I was in quote-unquote sustain mode and then there was a bunch of minions around me that were way closer, I would go for the minions because my goal at that point is to tank. And then the rest of my team can do stuff if they're there. If not, and even if I'm sustaining against the minions, I'm waiting on the Q cooldown so I can go in on them and start dealing some damage. That kind of thing. I hope that kind of illustrates it, because I remember talking with some people in the comments a while ago. That's how I see playing Aatrox should work, and that's how I think it does work. I'm around this area to do basically nothing because nothing really happens. But when I back off, I think this is where some other people get a bit too happy, a bit too close. Like I'm going up around here for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. I like the mountain drake spawning, that's why. Yeah, I come around this way to the mountain drake. I'll take this drake. I'm confident in my smite. Aatrox is really good at soloing objectives and taking them down quickly, but as far as securing them goes, smite is all you've got. Now tries to do some stuff, but with me, literally poking his asshole with my soul edge blade, he was taking quite a bit of damage, and that renders him low and has to back out. I'm trying to talk positively of a situation which looks absolutely grim, because it is. It was a lost team fight. I don't know if it was a lack of participation. Anyway, they are able to clean up the kills. Syndra gets a lot of damage on Tristana, but it's not enough. Tristana's R is enough to displace her long enough so she can't deal any additional damage from a spell for Fresh and Tristana to take the kill. Anyway, I've got some more farm in my jungle, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. Red buff is spawning pretty soon. I want to take that. So I'll do these two. Red buff will come up. I'll kill red buff. 110 CS at 24. Okay, that's pretty bad. I normally get more, but hey, I said I was coming back into Aatrox, right? The team didn't want the crab, so I decided to take it instead. And they're doing some kind of fight with Yi, which I decided to join in on. Now, I found that so interesting. I want to see this in slow-mo. Because it felt like Yi did the Alpha Strike trick onto Shen there. So he's chasing him, and then yes, he does. And if that was intended, that is just amazing. He intended to go along with the Shen. It was an amazing feat, but it wasn't a smart decision. Whether or not I was there, I really think he would have died either way. Gotta stop the chat. Don't land the knock-up, land the slows. And then just think, oh, screw it. Just ult. That was not the time to speed up, sorry. Alright, so... okay, we get another little scuffle here. Syndra gets a bit too close, and I think, hey, I could, because I had my passive up, so I really didn't care what happened. Unfortunately, we didn't really have a lot of power here, and well, he's targeting me like mad because he's noticed my passive's down or something. I flash away. Alistair's focus was on Talon, as it should have been, because he would have killed Syndra if not for that. Unfortunately, yeah, that happens. But I get out alive, and that's what we care about, right? 7-3-3, not the best Aatrox I've ever had, but hey, here's what it is. Now Nara's on his own, so we'll go ahead and take a kill off him. Sorry, that's slow motion. No, that's normal speed. Okay. So I'm on lower health, so I just want to keep sustaining. I've got my Rage Blade now, which is a very good item when I wanted to solo Baron. I think I solo Baron in this game, actually. Not actually too sure. Anyway, more farm, and probably going to split push top at this point. Because hell yeah, more farm on Aatrox, a Gold Alliant champion who's really, really cool with auto attacks. Absolutely. No, instead I have a really bad fight with Master Yi. So, oh. There's a lot of dumbness in this game. Oh, yeah, my brother disconnected there. Dr. Heatsink disconnected there. So, that happens. And now one-man ults the enemy. Because that happens, the enemy goes onto Baron. At this point, I didn't even realise that they were on Baron. It's kind of my fault. I start going towards Dragon, because I think, ooh, that's coming up, I'll go take that. And then I know it's a kill feed, and I'm like, oh, right. Yes, Baron. I go towards it, and whilst it's too late to steal the Baron, I hope that I can, like, do something to sweep it up. Shen is waiting in anticipation. And Alistair does that thing where they engage on the enemy. If he didn't do that, they would have probably went away in peace. So I think, ooh, that's a Hellbent stack. Block the shot. These two, way too close. I think they've got a ward there as well, and they just get way too close to that. Took the knock-up, took the ult, took the AoE combo. And now, hard to deal with this. Caitlyn could have probably killed me if it wasn't for that. If he landed that hook. Instead, he just pops right to the glory. And we can kill her that way. I use smites, get move speed, boom, she's dead. Righteous Glory. What an item. Got Rage Blade, Spirit Visage, Ninja Tabi, Blood Razor. This is clearly the makings of a solo Baron kit. We've got 4 objectives, 4 dragons I mean, so 2 Infernals, 1 Ocean, 1 Mountain. Because we just took another. And then I want to split push bot because that's a nice amount of farm. I can split push while the rest of the team is top lane doing whatever the hell they're doing. The enemy Gnar TP, so I think, okay, cool. I'll take red buff instead. And just go about. I join back up with the team, doing whatever the hell I please. Also, I think we're planning on pushing mid. I think we actually do. This game wasn't particularly too decent, so I couldn't really keep up. Now I'm backing away. Why am I not going in immediately? That's because I'm not a tank. I'm not. Shen. Shen is the tank. Shen is the front line. Whilst I am tanky and I'm deceptively tanky because I've got lots of lifesteal, well, not lifesteal, but you know, on hit healing. I may seem like a tank and I may be tanky, but what I really am is a damage dealer, a diver, a bruiser. So I wait for the enemy to clump up, I wait for them to use their cooldowns and all that kind of stuff. Now look at this. We get knocks up. These guys clump up. He lands from his Alpha Strike, and that lets me do the knock up. I'm on full health and these guys have used everything on the rest of my team. I am a very strong carry. No matter what you say about Aatrox, Aatrox is ridiculous strong, and I'm ridiculous fed, and I have a Rage Blade. Not entirely sure why my thing's still in healer mode. It really shouldn't. In any case. Proceeding with the game, that's a ticket to push mid and take a tower. Pretty funny, you don't need to see that again. Syndra goes, again, too close, gets hooked, gets knocked up, dies. Now Gnar is bot lane, and they probably are blaming it all on him. I'm not seeing any missing pings on him at least. So we took the inhibitor, now we're going to the top. Looks like Talon's going to get this kill on Gnar. If he gets to land another Q, there it is. I'm just stealing wolves because hell yeah. And then with all that gold I can buy some stuff. I buy Fawn Mail. Fawn Mail is going to be really good against Yi and Caitlyn. Especially with Yi's Blade Ring King. And I guess it helps against Gnar as well. I'm also getting Bilge Water to get some additional lifesteal for when eventually I solo Baron in about a minute. You can see I'm pinging it. I'm very ready to solo that Baron. I go up top to split push, whilst the rest of my team does stuff. I think at some point I start pinging them like, don't team fight. They've kind of already done it. Yeah, there it is. I'm pinging everyone to back away, because this is a bad idea. The kind of 4v5 situation. The enemy Alistair's pinging Infernal Drake spawning in 30 seconds. I'm pinging the Baron Nashor spawning in 20 seconds. And then Caitlyn pings the Infernal Drake. They want the dragon, but I'm thinking about the big picture here. I push the top lanes, so anyone who needs to defend this also needs to defend this. And the rest of them are doing this. So I can just do this. Baron Nashor. My team is dead, but I don't need them. I am the Godtrox. Might as well take a blue buff on the way, am I right? That will also help me charge up Hellbent. Rageblade, by the way, means that your W will proc every 2 auto attacks once you've got the double on his on. And of course we'll also apply Blade Rune King when I get it, and we'll apply Blood Razor. Now what this kit does, the items that I've got here, Ninja Tabby will block auto attack damage, which will reduce Baron Nashor's damage quite a bit. Spirit Visage is magic damage, which helps. Just gonna slow it down so I can finish my monologue. Spirit Visage also gives regen, which is very good for this. And Rageblade gives you more sustain through W, more often, more attack speed, really good stats, and all that. Anyway, my focus is on the Baron. I couldn't care about her, I couldn't care about Alistair. I'm sure my team can deal with them. I trust in my smite, and whilst the smite is a bit off, at least no one's there to steal it from me. That would have been embarrassing, right? Nah. Ult's away. That's not enough, though. And now we take a Baron that I basically soloed. Enemy calls out the GG. We've got Baron buff, open inhibitor. That is for us to take. Doesn't matter what they do. Bada bing, bada boom. Steal Donkey's lines, get subs. Or maybe not, because we like to be original. Thank you very much for watching. There's nothing like an Aatrox tryhard-ish game to break up a bunch of off-meta. I hope you do enjoy this content as well. If you want to see more off-meta, let me know in the comments. If you do not mind seeing this kind of standard-ish stuff, then let me know as well. And if you want to see more of that, let me know as well. I'm thinking about playing some more Urgot, because a few years ago I didn't know how to play Skarner. I tried so many things, and eventually I found something that worked. It was AP Skarner, and if you haven't seen the video on Skarner yet, please look at that. It's nice and memey. But I'm thinking about kind of discovering the perfect Urgot build, which is also a series I'm thinking about doing. When I was recording the Blitzcrank video earlier, should I make a kind of series where I go through the process of making a build? Because my fresh build has already been made, my custom build, they've already been made, but I'm thinking I'll go from start to finish. I'll start looking at a character, start playing them, and start figuring out what the best build is, whether off meta or not. Usually on an off meta champion I'll try to work them into the meta, or try to work them into some kind of role. Or I can just have a loose concept, which is why it's great if you throw some suggestions at me. For like, how can I make, for example... God, it's really hard to make an example now, because Riot's it's kind of streamlined most of the ADs and APs with the reworks and stuff. How can I make AP Warwick work, for example? What can I do about... How can I Ashe jungle? This kind of stuff. Now, maybe a bit less crazy than Ashe jungle, but if you've got suggestions for loose concepts that you'd like to see me work on from start to finish, please let me know and I'll give it a shot. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.